real life.
Hi everyone, greetings of the day from DBHS International. As you can see, it's a very impromptu live. It's a fine Saturday morning and we just thought that why don't we invest our time into some interaction with our watchers and audiences, with our esteemed learners, associates, all our family members out there in Facebook. So it's a very impromptu live that we came in, and we are very glad that our CEO Dr. Debjyoti could get some time from his schedule and join us here. So welcome firstly, sir, to the live session. And to mark today's live, we would like to talk about something very generic, sir. We won't be talking more about training, but about the problems that we face in training as a learner. Because mostly as a business analyst, I deal with the learners. So I'll just be representing the learners community and asking you the question that I get from the learners. Just like most of our learners are on a long shift in the work. So after that, when they come home and the live training session is going on, sometimes they feel really tired or they feel uninterested. Or in most of the cases, whenever we, like the professionals, we take a safety course or a training, this problem happens that we need to adjust and balance both our work life with our academic life. And there lies a problem. Because apart from our work life, we want to invest our time into our personal entertainment, like scrolling through Facebook or going out somewhere or just going to the movies. But sometimes while adjusting the work life with the study life, this doesn't like ring a bell to people, because that's a real problem. Whenever nowadays we have a cell phone in our hands, whenever we got a little time, we feel like let's watch some reels, let's go to Insta and do stuffs. So I believe our learners more or less face the similar kind of things. If not this, at least they feel a little tired, exhausted and uninterested to attend the live training. Although we provide the recorded sessions, but we cannot deny the importance of training in case of health and safety courses. So I would like to know from you about this, because you are someone who had been into this training since long. You have your own organization, so you are kind of representing both the learners and the trainers. So you are the perfect person, sir, since today we have you. Not many sessions we got your time. So today I'd like to talk about this topic specifically, that what would be your message to our learners in this scenario?
Thank you, Sweta ma'am. I believe that I'm loud and clear. Just to cross-check. Thank you so much, ma'am. Namaste once again to all of you. Namaste from India. Namaskaram. Assalamu alaikum. A very greetings of the day. It's 1:07 p.m. a bright sunny day here in India, and I'm so ecstatic to be one of your part of this particular live session. Thank you so much, Sweta ma'am, because the topic that you came up with, that we are alive for the reason, because people are dying. People are literally and deliberately making unsafe actions. They are carrying out their assessment in such a way that it is becoming a beacon of a lot of new introduced hazards and risk. And these are very much important things that we should adhere, we should focus on. So hello everybody once again. Good afternoon from my side. As Sweta ma'am has already introduced about me, and those who are aware, myself, Debjyoti Biswas, I'm the CEO and the founder. And she has also quoted in this way that you are one of the perfect person to speak on. I do believe that every person has their own attributes and traits and knowledge and experience. Different author has different experience, different mental state, different knowledge, different assumption, different expectation. So we human, we are like different from each other, but different people experience different incidents, Their methods of investigations are different. Their methods of assessments are different. I'm talking about the whole because it's very important that humans are one. Even we are differentiated or we are apart from our boundaries. Even we are not same. Even we don't fall into a same culture or caste, creed, religion, or country. We all are like whoever is listening, and they are not from India but from outside India. But at the end of the day, we are humans, okay? And the procedure, policy, and the arrangement and everything is must be same depending on the nature of the business, where the business stands, the environment where the business has been taking place, the condition of the premises, the hazardous event and hazardous substances present at that workplace, the equipments are being used. So whoever is listening to this live session today, I was thinking, and I'm deeply saddened and disappointed. I get hurt when I see the different types of incidents, which are converted to accidents, and some are near misses, or some are becoming the occupational health and safety diseases, which is also we call WRULD, work-related ill health diseases. Now, me as a human being, we all are aware it's our moral reason to be safe, and it's a moral right of every human to be at right place, at safe place. Even I am employing people, or if I am getting employed by the people, both of us, the employer and the employee, has the duty. Now, we do have a lot of recommendations and conventions, right? We do have a lot of amendment articles, law, regulation, legislation, and every country has their own governing law, correct? So every country, definitely they have their own safety standards, they have their own law. But we need to understand one thing, that it's not about coming up with different strategies and different process, but it's all about coming up with same concept that we have to save people by hook or crook. All the worker, everybody working at the workplace, starting from the CEO to the worker, it means individual working at the company from top to bottom, including those who are visitors, those who are third-party workers, and those who are coming there for different types of work. This is very important for us to understand that we shouldn't be considering health and safety practices in a very casual manner. Now, the topic of today, which I have framed, it's all about procrastination in training and studying. And I believe that if a person is educated at some level, if I want to do a deliberate action, being I'm holding a PhD, that's less likelihood to happen. But if you are deliberately studying and doing the safe action, taking the safe action to make the environment safe, I don't think no one can stop us from saving people. Yes, we are not at the workplace, but we do watch a lot of videos that are coming to us, and we do kind of upload those videos. Those are incidents to the social networks to aware people with what they need to do to avoid this, and what they shouldn't do in the future, so that this should not happen. So we always look forward in speaking with reactive and active monitoring strategies and standards. When we talk about active monitoring, it means before any accident happens, we need to take the measures. And what do we mean by the term reactive monitoring? It means once the accident occurs or something happens or some unwanted event already taken place, then we go for the reactive measures such as investigation and the others. Now, what I feel is the professionals working at the workplace are not being schooled properly. Let's say every one of us are being guided every time from our leaders, from our seniors. And even if we can get the guidance from the school, from the establishment authority who certify them as safety manager, safety director, if the teachers or the tutors from the institute, because now we are an institute for home for the professionals and those who want to join this profession. So what we believe, if we keep on schooling them every day, because our work, it's very crucial, and it's not about anyhow we are just working to meet with the objectives, but if you meet or if you did not or if you do not or if you cannot, doesn't matter. But if with this non-compliance or compliance, if somebody is losing their life, that's not good. And yes, our profession is all about saving lives of the people first, including the CEO who prepares or who makes the policy, because he's a human too, and the asset of the company, and yes, most importantly, the entire nature, the environment. We have heard a lot of accident cases around the globe that when a toxic gas got exposed to the atmosphere, what happened? We all are aware of it. Thousands and millions of people lost their life because of not having a safety standards and the procedures on place. Now, who will train people? Who will tell the manager, who will tell the director that this is the right way and this is not? Because if you search in the Google, a lot of people, a lot of authors come up with the different types of proactive control measures, preventive control measures, and protective control measures, correct? So it becomes a little bit confusing for the people which one we should go first. But what I supposed to tell at the moment is I am also a human being. I have different experience, knowledge. So everybody differs in our knowledge and experience. But at the end of the day, we are HSC profession. We are not separated by any country borders, caste, creed, religion, or by any other means, but we are health and safety professional. Now, this is very important for us to understand. We have to study, and the profession that we are in, that is HSC, if HSC professionals, including the most accountable senior person of that organization, he or she can be director or the governing authorizing manager or anyone, he or she should also study. Because at DBHS International, we have trained more than 2,000 directors. And what we have found is they also need the lesson. They also need to study, correct? And who will do that? It is the institute. Do we need to take money for it? It's just because we are helping them and we are in the business. It depends on the business, correct? What business we have and what we offer, we know that we need to get a business. But at the end of the day, we also need to believe that if we are getting a business, we need to school them for lifetime till the end. So now we have something to discuss. I am here as a teacher, trained more than 15,000 plus students, more than 2,000 to 3,000 directors I have trained in my life, in my career, till date. And I'm talking about those who are having the highest position in the workplace and who have just entered, and those who are working in the middle position, such as coordinator, manager, or even more higher than this position. We have to study. Now, is that like we need to open the book or reading the different lines and the long books with thousands of pages? It will make you more lethargic. Yes, I am aware of it because I'm also human. I don't love to read things often because I have to go for different works. Now, what I believe and what I have assumed and what I have seen from my own experience is that people want to read, but still something they got caught up with, and that's called procrastination. It's a jargon. It was a jargon for me as well when I was coming across the word procrastination. In that case, procrastination is all about we are deliberately and willingly we are delaying our work. We are scrolling up. So let me just give you the good definition of the procrastination. It's just about our brain chooses to take a short-term pleasure over a long-term goal. And even I seldomly I do it now, but I used to do it often. But before I come to any conclusion and tell people you need to do this and you need to do that, first we need to rectify our mistakes. Then only we can be a teacher, and then only your words will be invaluable. Invaluable means more than a value, right? So in that case, I think we need to discuss that what are the factors to consider, that why, if you are a director more than 70 plus age, or if you are the supervisor, just you have joined this profession and you are just in the age of 20 or 21 or 22, doesn't matter. This policy is for all of us till we work. So as long as you are employed, we all have to do it, because our HSC professionals, we have to save people by hook or crook and the asset. Now, let me talk about exactly what's happening and how we can help each other. It's not about we are promoting any course, but we are promoting the types of learning, modes of learning, and the factors that are disturbing us from learning and studying. First of all, we don't study, even if you are in the age of 70, or if you are in the age of 20, or even if you are the director, or if you are just the supervisor. If we are not studying, it means there is a lack of motivation. And it's completely true. When I feel demotivated, what I used to do, I used to watch videos of different motivation speaker. Now, as the time passes away and as I'm growing up, I don't feel like listening to people, but rather than doing it, have a in-person talk or a face-to-face talk, or get a motivation from your own work. It's a kind of like a kinesthetic learners. I will talk about what is kinesthetic learning as well. But if you are demotivated, please reach out to anyone who can motivate you. I do have some people in my life to whom I reach out when I get some problem in business and also in my personal life. So yes, every one of us, we are gifted with some good people in our life from whom we can take the motivation. Even he or she is related with your professional life or personal life, please, this is a medicine, and the motivation can enhance and it can uplift what you have. Because if you are working demotivatedly, trust me, your quality from your work will be compromised. So first of all, what we need to do is we need to get some intrinsic motivation. There are intrinsic and extrinsic, right? But I think we need to get some intrinsic motivation, which means a person should have its own personal goal, a dream job, or even just a pride of mastering a subject. It is also important, like if you wanted to be an actor, but you have ended up in a profession called HSE. Doesn't matter. It's a great profession. It's a profound one, and no one, absolutely no one, can tell that this profession is limiting me from more knowledge. Health and safety profession is just like a vast ocean, okay? Because there is no end. There is no end for studying. You have to learn every day, because hazards and risk are evolving and transforming into a new type and category that maybe we are not aware. Authors who have written the book, they have not aware of this. It can be unprecedented or it can be unpredicted, but still we have to find out the control measure, correct? So first, let us understand one thing. If there is a delay in my own quality work or production or in my enhancement, it means we have lack of motivation. So please have some intrinsic motivation, because always what you dream for, you will not get your dream job, right? But at least whatever you are working for the moment, let's master the subject. Number two, it's very important. It's all about procrastination. It means we often, I used to, like when I didn't have any work, I used to always scroll the Facebook, because at that time there was no such reels which are popular at the moment. But do you know what it does actually? It creates a lot of negative consequences for the next second, for the next minute, and for the next hours. And it goes on and on and on and on until you stop it and do some other work. So this is very important for us to understand how much time we are investing. And I think every devices, we have this opportunity and we have this access. Like you can see your screening time, like how often do you use this platform and that platform. So we have to become a boss of our own life. And we need to understand, if we are watching reels, or if we are like hopping in some other platforms which is not giving you any knowledge and for your dream, if you have it. Okay, because I believe that everybody has dream. If you have dream, and if you definitely want to get it, or if you want to achieve it, these are the things. So procrastination is another silent killer of your own progress. Make sure that if you want to literally watch the reels, then please watch those reels which are related with your work, right? If you just, and LinkedIn is the best platform, I would say, for this current generation. LinkedIn is the best professional platform where we can learn, we can explore the opportunity, we can find jobs, we can provide jobs, we can come up with more important notice, we can come up with more important knowledge. And yes, LinkedIn, it will help you for your networking. And people, I have seen my students from India, from Uganda, from anywhere else in the world, they're getting opportunities in different places and they're getting job through LinkedIn platform. So please make sure, if you really want to learn by watching videos, shorts, or reels, do watch it. What it will give you the advantages so that you can perform your next day work very graciously. Now, there's another thing called fear of failure. I was born and brought up in such a, I think everybody, they were, every one of us, like we grew up with this belief that if you fail, then what society will think about you. If you fail, I will not forgive you. The parents say, I will not forgive you. I have invested so much of efforts, time, and money on you and what you are doing. So you will not fail. All right. If you fail, then we will not forgive you. So every student, if you are the director or if you are the supervisor or if you are the student, but when it comes to studying, we need to understand we are a student first. Okay. How a student must be, there are some ethics. How a teacher must be, there are some also ethics. A teacher can also be a student in order to upgrade his knowledge. I am a student of those who are teaching me. And every teacher, they were a student in their life, in the beginning of their life, and then they become teacher because they have mastered the subject in speaking, training, providing lectures, facilitating with the queries and answer and the others. So we have a fear of failure. Now you tell me one thing, if you study and if there is no such business called receipt fee, I think you will get a calm mind and you can study instead of feeling a failure. I don't think businesses shouldn't be like this because we are promoting HSE, all right? And when it comes to H, means health. Health doesn't mean only keeping your physical fitness, also mental. And I have not seen most of the companies and authors of different respected awarding bodies, they're concentrating on the human psychology, behavioral safety, human well-being, and health well-being, and mental fitness and safety. This is very important for us to understand because human is a complex of everything. And if we are giving some pressure to them that if you cannot read or write the correct answer, you will fail and you have to pay again for it. Because money doesn't grow on the trees, but we need to work hard for it, correct? At DBHS International, we are so happy, so profound that every awarding bodies that we work with, they don't see this as a business, and there is nothing called failure, fear of failure. So it means if you are failing, it means you have not done the work well. You don't need to pay. You have another opportunity. Our aim is to make you educated. And the next thing that I want to come up with is, do we have a clear goal of what we are doing? If I'm working in some rural state, if I'm working in city, if I'm working in some big time place, what is my goal? Where I want to be? Our parents, your friends, seniors, juniors, teacher, everyone, your boss, or if you are the boss, whoever you are, you need to have a goal until you die, correct? And I have to be very strict on this part because health and safety professionals who are our students, it means those who get lesson from DBHSC tutors, articles, whatever we provide in free of cost, mostly, we need to understand one thing. Do we have a goal? And if you talk about, sir, what goal I have? I just want to earn a huge amount of money, respect, and I want to live my life happily. Correct. Even I also want it. Even Miss Sweta also want it. And everybody wants it. Right. We all want to have a huge, we want to be rich in popularity, in money, and in everything. Rich in health.
I think you mean to say that everyone wants to be a millionaire, but I think
yes,
you need to think like a millionaire to be a millionaire.
Yes. And when we are educating people, we also need to tell them the steps of doing it. I believe in not telling people what they need to do, but at the same time, if I tell you, you need to be motivated. And on the other hand, we don't know how to get motivated. So telling people how to do this and what to do this, there are differences. Correct, Sweta ma'am.
Correct, sir. And in the very same line, I do have a question for you, because just before some time we were telling about both physical and mental health. So since you are, or you believe with lead by example, because as a leader, we have always seen you that you have always manifested what you are preaching. So you always practice what you preach, and that's what we really like, that you lead by example. So we would love to know, I think there are many company owners here, and who are in the HR or who are in the managerial positions. So they sometimes face a challenge with how to incorporate physical and mental health well-being into the company. I think as a company owner, we are the live example of DBHSE, that we take care of both. Being an employee, I can say that. So I would like to know that as a employee, whatever we are experiencing or enjoying, how as an employer you take care of that.
Ma'am, it's so, how do I say it and how do I frame it? But you have just spotted a great, how do I say, the most asked question. I think this is one of them, that how should an employer look forward in empowering and taking care of their mental health. Let us understand one thing. The entire body, okay? We talk about health and safety. So biology is also one of the subject that every HSE professionals must go through. The entire body is been governed and managed by a parliament, okay? And where is our parliament? Here. Brain is the one who is taking care of everything. Let's come to this. Every directors, owners, whoever has employed people, even you have employed people for your premises, like office work, or you have employed people for the workplace work, anything. We need to understand that it comes from here, brain, right? So we have three parts of brain. One, which is called cerebrum. They say cerebellum. And the last one here, stick to the spinal cord, it's a medulla oblongata. Now, we talk about and see the profession starts with H. It doesn't, like we do not say SHE, safety, health, environment. No, we say health, safety, environment. Now, it's very genuine and general thing. Whoever has thought of it, HSE, it means the answer is there in the profession itself. First is health. Now, what are the components of health that an employer should look for? Mental and physical, correct. But what comes first? Mental. And if you have the power to lift thousands of lbs or like hundreds of kgs or 500 pounds, doesn't matter. But if you cannot utilize your brain for that work, so we need to understand that first, how happily people are working, even they are labor, even they are sweeper, even they are just washroom cleaner or they are cleaner, they need to be happy, and they need to be happily working with productivity and quality. In that case, it is very easy for every one of us to understand. It's not only the employer who will keep on focusing on his employees' mental health and physical health, but simultaneously, the employees also need to take care of the employer's accountabilities, responsibilities, his happiness, so that both of them can look forward in working each other with each other. And I would like to tell that we need to set three things. Number one, please have a goal. All right, just write your goal. And manifestation is something which can help you to achieve your goals. Manifestation means what you are thinking, visualizing in your mind at present, but you are not witnessing it into the reality, what you're thinking or visioning. So whatever you will manifest today, you need to know the steps to achieve it, to make it into reality. And we are here to talk with these steps. So if you are taking a lesson from any teacher or from anyone, whoever is giving you the lesson, please make sure you will ask him or her that I understood what we need to do, but please tell me how we need to do. If someone is telling you that you need to be very happy, please ask him, if you have paid for the service, how to be happy, how to reduce the accident rate. So this is, I think, Sweta ma'am, I just want to say that yes, I have not achieved a lot of things, but whatever we have achieved is by the grace of Almighty, His allowance, His willingness, and then our hard work, loyalty, honesty, and contribution to the greater world. So, ma'am, I just want to tell that the work starts with your mental fitness. And if you are mentally happy, but yes, false assumption from something or being an immature employee is also not the place for a professional workers. Correct, ma'am? Because you have to be very much mature, because everybody, five fingers are not same, everyone is not same. So you have to gradually adapt the trend and pattern to be friendly with everybody, and you have to be very much matured, educated, and you have to adapt where you are, because maturity is not constant. It depends on every activities, every environment. So maturity, there is nothing like I would say I am matured. I can say I am matured in this. I am matured in that. So maturity is something which will let you know how you need to react, what you need to do, and what you should do. So please make sure you have to adapt the trend and pattern and culture of your organization. You need to identify what are the things are going not good technically, and then you need to work on it to be happy from the others and among the others. Sweta ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for answering it. And you have aptly said that yes, both are important, and mental health comes first, because often our physical health depends on the mental health also. Even if I have strength, sometimes if you are depressed or you have like if you have a down phase, you do not feel that physical energy to work on. And yes, I completely agree that we as an employee also, because we need to think of the both of the side of the coin. So yes, we need to have the same accountability and the responsibility as well. And sir, one more thing, in the beginning we were talking about the incidents, the videos that we nowadays see very often in LinkedIn and Facebook, and it's quite unfortunate, and we also feel very sorry to see such kind of incidents or near about accidents. So what would be your message to the incidents, or how we can help as a health and safety practitioner?
All right. Before I answer your question, Sweta ma'am, can I take your permission to answer
I
Mr.
think
Tuhin?
yes, sir. I think Mr. Tuhin
All right.
has questioned this.
So our one of the most beloved expert HSE tutor, who is leading DBHS international training as a training domain in a greatest way that we have never have expected. So introducing to him and his question here.
I think
When is the
everybody
last time?
is people's favorite.
My answer is just before I was starting this live session. So this is just like a virus. And if you ask me that when was my lifetime that I felt like I've been trapped in Instagram, just before the live session. So yeah, thank you. All right. So going forward to the next question, we have our professor is here from Malaysia. Thank
Yes.
you so much, ma'am. Datin ma'am is here with us, and I think the others are also here.
Mr.
Okay,
Thorny
now
is also
if
here. Mr.
Mr.
Thorny
Thomas is,
from this. Yeah.
thank you, thank you, everyone. All right, now see, when we watch those videos coming on our feed, we feel like, what's wrong, and what exactly going wrong around us? What is happening around us? Yes, it's okay to give lectures. You're working from home, you just need to sit quietly, and there is an AC out there, and you are in a calm situation, so it's good to give lectures. But what happens if you go outside and at the workplace and you see that people are literally dying for someone's mistake or for his mistake? But we are an institute, we are a training provider. Repeating it once again, we are a provider who train people. Now, when we see this kind of photos, incidents, accidents, we feel what we are training, why we are earning, and what business we have. If we are training and still people are dying, what is the benefits of having institutes around us? I'm not blaming DBHS International solely, but I believe there is some fault in schooling HSE professionals. What I believe now is that this is a new normal world after COVID-19. First of all, thanks to God, we are alive, breathing in and out. People who are listening to me, thank you so much. God has chosen all of us to be alive to do something miracles. Okay, now we have something to discuss. I do not know what others are doing about the training providers, because I feel bad. We are the training provider. Training means an act of educating people in a particular subject. What we are educating them, what we are educating, whoever is becoming the director, they do have the power to supplement and to assign people, different people, upon their eligibility checking, right? If he or she is getting meeting with the requirement, what's wrong in the recruitment process? What's wrong in those competencies of safety professionals who have this much of degrees in their place, right? They have PhD, somebody's having 11.7, 11.8. My question is what we are doing and why people are failing. There must be some supervision, right? If there is no human being present, where is the CCTV camera? If there is no CCTV camera, what is something that we are doing to save this? One human life, no one can buy. Okay, so let's stop thinking we are God if you are the employer. Let's stop thinking that it's his problem. My systems, my policies are there on the place. It's his problem. That's why he died today. Let's stop thinking in that way. Come on. Because if I'm thinking in that way, I do know the consequences that it will come from the creator who created you, me, and everyone. So my request to every institutes out there, including every tutors at DBHSC, every members at DBHSC working, every students at DBHSC, every professionals studying from anywhere else in the world, from any respected institutes, even this is to me, this is for me as well. Let us stop thinking like it was his fault, or okay, he just lost his life because of his own problem. My company doesn't listen to me, my company doesn't increase the safety budget, they don't concentrate on safety, they overlook safety, they don't oversee safety, they just get rid of those things. They say it's just like a it's just like a deadline. So don't come up with your safety standard. I know that you guys are from safety, you will look for safety. Stop doing it. And let's understand one thing. If a person who is being recruited is getting payment and salary for it, okay? So if you are the engineer, or if you're obstructing that respected person from doing it, or if you're the director asking engineers to anyhow do the work as SAP, and as because there is a legal requirement to recruit HSE professionals, don't do it, because you will have the consequences in your life, in this life or the others, on the next birth, no one we are aware of it. Let's stop doing it. I feel so bad when I see those videos. People are dying, and what we are doing? Are we like using it for our branding? Okay, people will understand like this is a video, people are dying in that video, this institute DBHS is promoting it, maybe they are a good institute. No, we are not here for this. It's a very critical condition that people are going through. Let's stop this and focus on more education, focus on more adaptability skill, because you are human, you can do anything. Okay, some limitations are there, but you can still do it. And let's preach what is safety for. SAFETY, stay alert for every task you do. That is a full form of safety, what we are doing. What is the definition of safety? A condition that is giving us freedom from every problem, such as hazards, diseases, or any kind of unsafe environment. That's safety. Safety doesn't mean wearing your shoes or PPEs properly. So let us understand the basic of it. And if you are watching this video, and if you are the HSE professional, I do understand you're working outside. I do understand a lot of workers are making a false claim on you that you have not guided them properly, or maybe you are depressed because even you train them, still they are doing the same, and your reputations are going down. Let us understand one thing. We do have some steps. If you are fine, legit, and honest in your work, you do have records. So we need to also encourage everybody to have records. So you can speak with proof and evidence. To my every DBHSC associates, tutors, and students, and every HSC professionals out there are some help that I want to come up with, because nowadays, if someone asks me, do you want to do this course for this thing and that, and you can get promoted for this, I cannot do that at the moment. But if someone comes to me and tell me, no problem, I just need your 10 minutes in your day, and these are the legit way to complete your qualification, and in that 10 minutes, whether you will read or you will not, that's your decision. But we have to provide all this arrangement. Ladies and gentlemen, and the HSC professional, DBHS International provides some main types of learning. Please note it down, pen it down. If you are academic counselor, if you are the tutor, or if you are the HSC professional, if you are working in anywhere, but you have to upgrade your knowledge on how you will do that. So there are 3 types of learning, majorly, okay? And every type has some modes of learning. Like this type has this section, like these are the modes of learning. Learning from your laptop by watching a video is a kind of a type, and that particular type has a mode, and you're utilizing that mode. So there are some main types of learning. Number 1 is a formal learning. Number 2 is informal learning. Number 3, it's non-formal learning. Now, I just have differentiated this so that we should understand that there's a formal learning that you do it from institutes such as DBHSC, or from school, university, or from anywhere. There's a structured learning. You know what to read and what you need to write to pass the exam. So this is a type of learning, formal. And what is informal? Informal means a directed, self-paced. Like you have to study by your own. There is no such a structure of your learning, but you need to study by your own. That's informal learning. And there is another learning way, which maybe you're not aware. That's called non-formal learning. Non-formal learning is all about you're learning from a short-term lesson, such as attending from webinars, such as attending from your lectures, or your company has a third-party vendor who comes and speak for 2 to 3 hours on a particular topic. So that's called non-formal, or you are learning it by reading the articles which have been published, by reading the books which have been written by the authors and the others. So these are the types of learning. You need to understand, you need to adapt all of these three. There is no other way. You have to learn by yourself. That's an informal learning. You have to learn from the webinars, seminars, short term learning. That's called non formal learning. And you have to learn which are not self directed, but which are structured, like from DBHSC and from the other respected training providers. Now, also you need to understand there are some modes of learning, such as face-to-face mode, online mode, blended learning, hybrid learning, distance learning, correct, which DBHSC offers. Now, on the same side, why we are talking about this, it's very important to understand. If you are working for 14 hours a day and 2 to 3 hours of your traveling, so you're working for 70, like out of 24 hours, 18 hours you are busy. It's quite not possible for you to study in a traditional manner. So what facility do we have? These are the facility. You can learn by recorded session, hybrid, distance, online, and yes, if requires, face-to-face. So no one can tell you that I am not getting schooled by DBHSC or by the others. I think every institutes are trying their best to provide you all the learning resources. But this is a technical and professional one. Nobody is going to tell you and call you, have you read? Have you learned? Have you revised? What about your next progression where you are making problems? 1 or 2 times they can, but what about for the long run? No one will tell you, right? So you need to identify and differentiate the different modes of learning. Depends on your nature of work, timing, and your sleep. And we have some styles as well. We learn by visual, we learn by reading, and there is another way of learning, and I really want all of you to adopt it. That's a kinesthetic learning. Okay, now if you talk about kinesthetic learning, it's all about kinesthetic learners are those who like absorb and retain those information through physical movement and hands-on activities. It's not like you're reading. It's not like you are listening from someone, but you are learning from your own activity, from your own movement and hands-on activities. So we are HSC professionals, and we also need to be a kinesthetic learner, because what you read in the book, it doesn't always happen in the workplace. What you learn from your course, it doesn't always adhere to the expectation level of your company that you are working, because most of the companies are private, most of the companies are public. But at the end of the day, you cannot get the same quality, and then you will be ending up with learning from what your company is being advised to you. Think about, if your company is advising you, there must be someone, a human brain is working on that same. So I am talking to that human brain who is implementing strategy. Please make it a different ways to learn. Make it a blended learning. Every worker needs learning. Everyone needs to hear. If your worker cannot read, then please provide them a learning session, a weekly learning session. Please, it's very important. It's going to fill their motivation to the fullest. It's very important. If they cannot read, at least you can show them with the help of a verbal communication and a graphical communication. There are 3 modes of communication: graphical, written, and theoretical. Graphical, verbal, and written. So if they cannot read, we have verbal and graphical. So my purpose to discuss about types of learning, modes of learning, and the learning style is for not only for us, for the other institutes, but for the company. Because The ultimate parent is the company. And this is why you are being preparing and your parents are being pushing you to get prepared for your employment. That's why you have been in school. That's why you have been in university, because the testament of your hard work, that is your result, will give you a job. So we are talking about the final stage where your life will drag you, or even if you want to do something, your own business, even it is health and safety part. So it's for the company. Please make sure, do something. I do not know the nature of your business or whatever, but if you are in the position, it's not for something bad, it's for something good for everybody. Okay. So we are also aware the financial reason for promoting health and safety. If safety standards are being compromised, the loss in terms of financial, reputation, contract deal, and the non-compliances and the consequences from the enforcement authority will be higher than your imagination. So it is very important to push people to become a kinesthetic learner, to become an intrinsic motivated worker. This is very important. So I think we have been speaking for 51 minutes and it was very random, ma'am. And I thank you for giving your precious time, because you were occupied with 3 meetings for today, which I asked you to postpone and come for this live session. This is for good thing. I think this is for the betterment for everybody.
Yes.
Yes. And today is a Saturday. We all are in a fun mode. Tomorrow will be Sunday. So if you're just listening to this video, it's kind of a stretched up 1 hour, but it will help you. You can share this video to everybody. It's just about, we need to understand that if you are an educated, and if you know what you need to do and what not, and if you're also aware of your consequences of your negative actions, and if you also know how to identify which action of yours is negative or positive, then we can save the world at least some of the amount of the likelihood that, or some of the amount of the accident rates. Okay, millions of people are getting affected, meeting with accidents. So I don't feel good. I'm a human being, and I cannot see my humans are getting this when I'm in this business, and I have also an accountability of people's education. So I do not want to see, and I will encourage my DBHSC associates, my learners, my tutors, me myself first, because first you need to take care of your first. As per the ILO, roles and responsibilities of a worker is first take reasonable care of your own safety, then others. So first, I want to make my DBHS International very robust and profound when it comes to training. We have to make sure we have to reduce the rate of the accident. I don't want to see those videos, and I want people to come up and save us together with motivation, prevention from procrastination, and becoming more kinesthetic learner. That's what we have learned from this session of today. Before we close, Sweta ma'am, any closing statement for the viewers?
I think this impromptu session, I when it started, I didn't think that it would stretch so much, but yeah, I think it's for the general good that you spoke so much on the every jargon, on every detailed explanation. So I believe it will be a very insightful session. Or I don't think it is a typical session of ours, but it's more on the very simply relating your own experience to the learners. So that's what the learners are looking for always, that what we experience we share with them. And also to all the viewers, I'd like to tell you that we can come to the live session once again in the next Saturday. So if you have any topic or any questions or any issues like this that you face in your workplace or in your professional life, or you want our help with, please do comment in this live session or reach out to us. We will definitely arrange for another live session or another just a very short 10-15 minutes video session to solve that we can do it.
Absolutely, ma'am. So yeah, I don't want to stretch more because if you allow me to speak, I can speak for 2 to 3 days constant. I need a break for eating and sleeping for betterment. But it's just like you have said the correct thing. It, how we see our business is like whatever we have, let us share with everybody.
Exactly.
So God is the ultimate CEO that he will or she will or it we are not aware, but God will take care of your business, your outcome of your business. What I know, because if I'm an employee, I know tomorrow I will get the salary of my work. But if it is a business, we know and we do not know when, what, who will bring us enlightenment. So it's not about we are only focused on what we are providing, but we are focused on what we can provide and how we can provide with steps. And every office coordinator, business analyst, chief operating officer, marketing head, anyone working with us, just ask them. HSE International provides them the entire history, concept, and reason for promoting a particular qualification. And every one of us, we have been thoroughly, critically evaluated and trained that how we need to tell others, including the benefits and outcomes. It's not about just look at the website, read, copy, paste, and send. No.
And also, like when the learners question us, there are very complex questions that we face, but you can be very sure that those complex questions we have already asked. That's why we can answer you so fast, because all of us, we have scrutinized every qualification, we have come out with the pros and cons, we have understood that what is what. So before we pitch you anything, we experience it ourselves, we clear our doubts first, then we pitch it to you. So always, whenever that's why you ask it, we can always answer it within 2 minutes, because we already have asked that questions, scrutinizing every qualification.
Yes, and every admins at HSE, they have to give exam for what they are promoting. It's not like we are promoting for our business. Oh, you sell this course, you will get this amount. I don't want to be their typical business owner, but it's all about education, my team. And if my team is helping others to become educated, they need to be educated first before they educate others. I need to be educated on my business first, then I can educate Sweta ma'am and the others. Correct. So that's the thing. That's how our parents taught us, right? Since our birth. So yeah, that's a good thing that we have learned from our parents. Our parents are great. Everyone parents are great. But as a child, we have to make sure how much credit we are giving to them by not showcasing my parents are great, but by doing in action and proving them in reality. Thank you so much, everybody. I'm so happy. Thank you so much, Sweta ma'am, all the HSE team. Thank you, Professor. She's another mother from another country of mine, Miss Professor Datin from Malaysia. And thank you so much, and Mr. Thomas as well. Thank you, Sangram sir. Thank you, Abir sir. Thank you, Debjyoti ma'am, for commenting. And thank you, everybody, for giving your precious time on Saturday. And I hope that we need to be a little bit strict, because it's all about, if you are strict for someone's good, you need to be strict. And we talk with evidence, and we feel bad when we see the accident, and we feel, yes, we are not working there, but we are educating them to work there. So if we as an educational institute educate them in a better way, more better way, I hope we can do something good for the people. So I don't want to see people die, and even I don't want to see myself in any bad situation. So my prayers for everybody. You all are in my prayers, and I hope that we are in your prayers. And just recently we have celebrated Eid festival with the people who celebrate. So happy Eid to everybody who have been doing the fasting. It's all about how graciously, with honesty on God, you are doing it. Not to show people, yes, I am doing fasting, but to keep it in your heart and having a silent conversation with your Creator. So happy Eid, and thank you so much whoever has wished us on Eid, we all are happy and we all bless you with whatever things we have, and we pray for your goodness. So thank you so much. Sweta ma'am, taking care of your other arrangements. Thank you so much for asking me these questions, and I'm always thankful to everybody whoever has helped me in my bad time and in my good time. Thank you so much. Ending up the day.
Thank you for being here with us.